Netflix's One Piece live action adaptation has done really good so far for them. It's gotten pretty positive feedback, it's gotten good viewership for the company, and now they've officially announced season 2 has been greenlit. And while that's exciting, we've still got a lot of questions about how it will compare to season 1. I have a few different things that I want to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content that I create, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media so you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and live streams I create, consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon or a supporter via YouTube memberships. So, starting off with this Bounding into Comics article, it says One Piece creator Oda officially confirms Netflix's live-action series to receive second season. And I'm sure that there's a lot of you out there that are very excited for this, but a lot of people that are also very skeptical, and I have to say I am one of those people. I did enjoy season 1. Was it perfect? No, not by any means, but it kept the essence of the anime and the manga, and there were some race swaps and alterations, but you're never going to be able to adapt anime directly to a live action format, and that's just something that I have come to accept, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. You want the adaptation to feel true to the original, and I believe they mostly did that with the first season. That doesn't mean that season 2 will do the same thing, because there are just a lot of questions that we have at this point and a lot of ways that they can stumble. It's the same situation that happened with Netflix's Witcher. It seemed really promising in season 1, then they dropped the ball with season 2 and completely deflated it with season 3, and now, all that we're hearing is, oh hey, they care about the source material, but will that still be true in 2 years or 3 years when season 2 for One Piece actually comes out? We don't really know. We want to be hopeful and we want to be positive, but there's just so many questions that we have at this point. It says, in a moment well deserved for the series that most would agree set a new standard for Western live-action anime adaptations, franchise creator Oda has confirmed that Netflix's One Piece will officially be receiving a second season. It says the esteemed mangaka broke the news to fans in a video shared to the live-action series official Twitter account, and yeah, it was just a very short, sweet, to-the-point moment that, said that, we're filled with a great joy to present this message to you directly from Oda, and it was just him confirming that season 2 is in the works. It says, offering his gratitude to fans both old and new for their support of the series, he asserted, I spent a long time working on it with Netflix and Tomorrow Studios. It seems people around the world have been enjoying the show, which makes the hard work from the production team truly worth it. And I do have to give props to Netflix and Tomorrow Studios, but I can't give them too many props, right? Because Netflix is the one who ultimately is making a lot of the decisions, right? They're the ones who are saying, yes, we're doing another season, and, who are we going to give money to for this? But also Tomorrow Studios doesn't have a great track record. While, yes, they did have a win with season 1 of One Piece, they still had a massive loss with Cowboy Bebop, and we can't know for certain that a season 2 is going to be as good as a season 1. We just don't have any way to confirm that. And my biggest issue at this point is, will Oda still be so closely involved? Because we just have no idea. Yes, with this announcement, it seems like he's so excited and he's really, hopeful going into a season 2, and I would like to assume that they are going to work very closely with him, but he even admitted not that long ago that the only reason why it was good was because he was putting in so much effort. It says that he admits he was wary of the manga's poor live-action track record. I acted as a guard dog to ensure the material was being adapted in the correct way, and that to me just raises a lot of red flags, because he wouldn't have to have acted as a guard dog if the people on the project were, really trying to respect the material themselves. That to me just doesn't really sound all that good. And imagine if going into a season 2 he's not as involved. Oh my god, I do not think that they are going to be able able to make a season 2 that even, stands on the same footing as season 1 did. I truly think that the difference between this and a lot of the other anime adaptations that have been less successful is because Oda, the co-creator, has been so heavily involved with this. And I've got to be honest, if they don't bring him back for season 2 in the same capacity, I'm not going to have any interest in this, and I know a lot of other people won't either. Even though this got pretty positive ratings on something like Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at like a 95% user, I don't think that it was that good, and I do think that there are a lot of criticisms to levy towards this series. I'm not saying it's flawless, it doesn't have any issues, because that is most certainly not the case, but it's at least a good basis going forward for, more seasons. I mean, obviously, we're still years away from this releasing. I mean, season 1 only just released. I'm sure that it's probably going to be like a year and a half to 2 years before we actually start getting any information and a potential release date for a second season. But, I hope going forward they do, improve upon some of the issues people had with season 1. Some of the pacing I know was kind of off for people, but I do think they have a lot good that is going for them here. I loved Luffy's actor. I thought that he was just so passionate off screen and also on screen. He did such a good job. I thought that, Nami had some issues, but I don't think the actress herself was really that bad. I just think that some of her costuming, the wig choice was a little bizarre. I felt like they could have done a bit better. Sanji was great. Buggy was great. Lots of positive things here that I think they have going for them if they decide to keep this going for a long time. I mean, the rumor is that they are so happy with the success of this, they want to do like 6 seasons or something like that. Or one of the creative members said that they think that they could get like 6 good seasons out of this show, which for the people who enjoyed it sounds great. But again, we just don't know if this is going to turn out to be a Witcher situation where season 1 provided us with a lot of good content, but then as the seasons progressed, everything just kind of went downhill. But I want this to be good. I want to be hopeful, right? Because season 1 was pretty solid, but there's just a lot of questions that we have at this point. Yet I know a lot of people are pretty happy to hear that this is at least getting a season 2 to see where it's gonna go. Maybe they can make it better going forward. Maybe they can really hone in on continuing to capture the essence of the anime. Only time will tell. There's still a lot of details that are up in the air, a lot of questions that we still have, and it's going to be a few years before we even get this, but I thought that it was some good news, some positive news for a lot of you, and I just wanted to briefly talk about it. Lots of questions, but I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it will not be too bad when we finally get some more information on this. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.